Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and a happy Thanksgiving. Today's video, we're finally breaking down the Pick'em Challenge, which is going to be due in 1 day and 14 hours or almost 15 hours from the time of this recording. So I'll get this video up in about an hour or so, which means you'll have about a day and a half to get your votes in. So don't forget the deadline to get your votes in for week 1. All right, let's jump in. Okay, now if you're new to the channel and you don't know how I'll go over these Pick'em challenges, each week I'll be breaking down my recommended picks for each of the events, the weekly final top 4 and the weekly kill point MVP, to give you guys hopefully the best chance at guessing the correct teams for each one. Now, I've already done a video previously, which I'll link in the description and in the top of your screen below, that goes over the whole Pick'em challenge, how it all works, how the points work, when you can spend the points, all that kind of stuff. So go check that out if you haven't seen it already. Now, for the picks, in case you're wondering, what I basically do is I take all the data from the matches and I, go into Excel and I make a few different sheets and I kind of just put together like my top tier list from all the different teams and the stats. So that's kind of how I'm getting my recommendations and my picks. And then I just spend some good old notebook time and go over, hey, top teams here, good plays, top kills, best placement, all that kind of stuff. So with that out the way, let's jump into my picks. Oh, also, a little disclaimer. I am in no way liable for you losing all of your coupons. we all know PUBG is a crazy game. There are 32 phenomenal teams playing. All of them are capable of flopping, or all of them are capable of destroying the other teams at the same time. So just keep that in mind. None of these picks are concrete. Anything can happen. All right, so weekly final top 4. Now, what this pick is doing, what we're guessing, is 4 teams, but you can guess up to 8 times. In the bottom, you can vote up to 8 times per event per week. So you could pick 8 different teams, but what you're really trying to do is guess the top 4 teams, and you don't have to guess the order. You'll get points no matter what, just depending on what order they land in. So I'll give you an example. If you guess Sonics, which you can't do and shouldn't do, there's 8 or 9,000 people who shouldn't have done that. But if you guess Sonics here, and let's say Sonics places first place, you'll get 100,000 points. If you guessed Sonics, but they placed 4th place, then you would get 12,000 points. So you don't have to tell the system what place you think they're going to be. You just have to say you think they're going to be in the top 4. All right. The next note, and why I said you should not have voted for Sonics if you did already, there are only 16 teams. Only 16 teams that are going to be playing in the weekly final matches. So if you go to weekly series, these are the 16 teams that are advancing to the weekly final. So if that team does not show up on this list and you voted for them, it's a wasted coupon vote, which is why I always recommend waiting until the very last minute to get your votes in. That way all of the matches can be played day 1, day 2, and day 3. That'll give you the best chances at winning. All right, so with those disclaimers out the way, you can all point and laugh at your buddies who voted on, like, say, Sonics, for instance, which I love them. I would love for them to be in the weekly final. I think they're going to do well in the whole tournament, but 89,000 people voted for them, and they're not even playing in the weekly final. So with that said, we have 16 teams that we can vote for. In the weekly final top 4, I'm going to give you my top 8 picks in this order. So if I had 8 coupons that I wanted to vote on this weekly final top 4, this is who I would vote for, and in this order. Starting from the top, I would go Oath over here. I would go Gen G. My head's blocking them here. Actually, Oath and Gen G, my head are blocking. So I would go Oath, Gen G. I would go Ghibli. Where are they at? Esports. Here, down here. Not a lot of people voted for them. I think that's a sleeper pick. Then I'd go Heroic. Now, this one kind of surprised me. Where my boys Heroic at? Hello. Where the heck? No one voted for them? God, only 600 people voted for them. Heroic down here. Then I would go MCG, Multi-Circle Gaming, up here. Then Virtus Pro here. Then Burium. Where are they hiding at on me? Burium. Hello. Here we go. Right over here. And then TSM. Where my boy TSM's at. Here we go. TSM FTX. So again, in that order, as if you had 8 coupons to use on this 1 week. I wouldn't recommend using 8 coupons on this event, just to be clear, but I know a lot of people are going to ask, hey, I have more coupons. Who can I vote for? Oath, Gen.G, Ghibli, Heroic, MCG, Virtus, Burium, and then TSM. All right. So those are my weekly final top 4 picks. Now the weekly kill point MVP, this one's a little bit different. This is, you're only guessing one team can be the winner here. Which team is going to have the most kill points? So how many kills, or which team is going to have the most kills? Now, to make a important distinction, if you guess this event correctly, you get 150,000 EP. If you guess this... Girls, we're barking at. I think my wife's home or something. Let me hear. Hold on. I don't hear anything. Okay, I might be getting robbed, so stay tuned. If you guessed all 4 of these teams correctly, you only got 187,000 esport points. So you have a better chance of winning something in this event, because if you guess, a team that goes second place, you at least get 50. If they go third place, you at least get 25, etc. But if you get all 4 of them right, which is hard to do, you only get 187,000. Whereas this one is much harder to guess the one team that's going to have the most kills. But if you get it right, it's 150,000 EP. So this event is kind of like for those people who like going to the casino and they put it all on black or all on red. This is your voting here. All right, so in this order, top kill MVP, Heroic. Here you go. Heroic, Oath, here, Gen.G, here, MCG, here, Ghibli, Virtus, TSM, and Burium over here. So in this order, again, for the top kill MVP week 1, Heroic, Oath, Gen.G, MCG, Ghibli, Virtus, TSM, and Burium. Now, here are the overall top 16 week 1 teams. The average kills is one of the most important stats when looking at the top kill MVP stat. The average kills for Heroic were 11.5. 11.5 is what they averaged out of the 2 matches they played. Oath, who has been doing really well, got a 1st and a 3rd place, and they averaged 8 kills. Gen.G, we know they've been playing really well. They got a 1st and I think a 4th, and then a couple of other below. They averaged 7 kills. MCG averaged 6. Ghibli averaged 5.8, but they got a total of 47 kills because they played a lot more matches than the other teams because they took more time to get their first place in. So they had a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd, which is good because that speaks to their consistency too. So this is going to be a hard one to really determine because some of these teams got 1st place right off the bat, like MCG. And so, boom, they only had to play the 1 game. They got 1st place and they secured their spot into the weekly final. But it's hard to see how consistent they're going to be. Whereas a team like Ghibli had a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd place. So they placed top 3 times and they average almost 6 kills a game, which is hard to do in a competitive esports scene. Burium over here has 63 total kills. So they played a lot more matches and they only averaged 3.9, but having 63 kills is still, it's a lot of freaking kills in this game mode, like against these esport teams, So that's where some of my thought process comes from as to why I voted for which teams I think are going to win the kill point and weekly final top 4. So I hope that helps you make your picks, and I hope you get, the points that you need to get whatever cool skins you want to unlock. I was lucky enough, to be a PUBG partner that PUBG actually gave us these skins here. So the you know, P90 skin and all. What was that? The P90 skin and all that stuff. So we already have those. I'll still, of course, be making some picks, you know, just for the fun of it, and then we'll kind of see what happens. But so I hope that helped break it down for you guys. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with a buddy, because remember, the time runs out in a day and a half. You don't have much time to sit on it. And get subscribed if you're new to the channel, of course. I'll be making new videos like this every week. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell thingy so you don't miss when these videos comes out, because they are time sensitive. Thank you guys again for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.